what is the happiest thing during World Tour? For me, I'm an explorer. I love to get to a place and like milk the crap out of it, like to see what there is. I always make a little list of places, not necessarily of places I will go. I won't go to all of them, but like I always want, if I have like a free afternoon, I want to, or free day off, I want to like have some options of things to do. I will say I found on this tour, especially during COVID, with the stresses and anxieties that we faced, even as people working through the pandemic in the industry, it was definitely stressful. And I felt there was a lot of self-care we had to take care of. So that meant like getting a lot of rest, being okay with staying in and not going out and seeing things, which is kind of goes against what I'm more inclined to do. Like I just want to get out and see everything. So I think that was a good learning lesson because it's not sustainable. Like I can't be Raoul for 8 shows a week and then like spend all my days just running around and like yeah. Anyway, hard. So yeah, for me, one of the greatest things about the world tour is just getting to see the world. And I pre-COVID, I would spend 2 weeks after every stint. So we had a bunch of breaks in the first year. So I would use that opportunity. So instead of being like home for 4 weeks, because they tended to be like about a month to get the set from country to country. And so we'd have like a month off, and I would spend 2 weeks of that after each stint of shows. And I would go to all these places on my bucket list, countries, and the first place I went to was when we were in the Philippines. I kept hearing about how beautiful the islands were, and actually even before going, my friend Danny sent me a link to Palawan. It's basically like, this is an article about the most beautiful place in the world. So I was like, well, I have to go to that. So I ended up changing my flight so that I could leave like, I don't know, 4 days later or something. So I made a little experiment, and I got on a plane and had a little like 3-day adventure, 4-day adventure with myself. And I found that I loved traveling even on my own. Jesse, one of our former Phantom colleagues, happened to be there, and so we overlapped for like a day. So we spent a day together, but and that was great. But I also just realized I really enjoy like traveling by myself. It's a great way to reflect and really soak up the scenery, soak up the culture, and I really recommend it if you get the chance, because it's an interesting energy. Because like if you are by yourself, I feel like you attract other people who, I don't know, couples or groups of friends who, I don't know, it's not that they're over each other, but like they're like, oh, someone new, you seem cool. And so I found there was a lot of times that I was invited to do things with other people, or people engage me in conversation. So I never felt it was like a thing where I was lonely and felt like I was like, oh, I wish I came with my friend, or I wish I had someone special to travel with, blah, blah. Like I don't think I ever really felt lonely. So because of that trip, I came back after the next stint. I guess that would have been after KL. And then there's a wedding that I unfortunately missed literally by hours. But I got to tag up with them in Spain. And so one of my bucket list destinations was Italy. And so I got to hang out in Barcelona for several days. And then I got to go to like Venice. I think it's where I first went, and Venice. And then I went did I go to, Florence, Cinque Terre, and Rome. And so anyway, basically I got to travel a lot. And after that, I went to Greece. Highly recommend. We were talking about that yesterday. I actually like spent 2 years of my life in Greece as a baby. So getting to hear more stories about that last night was awesome with my parents. And then I think the next time I went to Egypt and Turkey. And then after that, I went to visit my friends in South Africa. And so I went to Cape Town and Johannesburg. And then while I was there, I went to Victoria Falls up in Zimbabwe and Botswana. So highly recommend travel. I didn't realize how enjoyable it can be by yourself. And so I know a lot of times it can be difficult coordinating schedules, getting off from work to travel. And especially for us performers, where we always want to go out and explore, but if we're not working or we don't have something coming up, it seems almost irresponsible to to not be in the city where we would get jobs. Like for me, it's New York. So if I'm not in New York, when I'm unemployed in between jobs, it seems kind of like a bad idea to go spend all this money and not be in a place where you can get your next job. So this world tour has afforded me the most amazing opportunity to see the world and not feel guilty about it. Yeah, but for me, the best part, besides the amazing show and the people and the fans, has been getting to see the world. It's so cool. Do you like mint? Love that question. Yes, we have some mint in my parents' back garden. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time enjoying the garden. Actually, until I got bitten alive by, I think they might be chiggers. I don't know if you guys have those, but these little tiny bugs that like leave the most annoying, like itchy bites that last several days. I prefer a mosquito bite, which is big and kind of goes away in a day or so. But these things, they wake me up at night. But I guess it's the price you pay for being in a beautiful place. So yeah, so mint is great. That was a tangent. Mint is something we went up into the garden and pulled some mint to put in it wasn't a mint julep. What did we have? We had God, what is those things with the, anyway, in the copper mugs. Anyway, oh, are people still writing? Gosh, I don't know if, let's see. Oh, I think I might have been at the, oh, sorry, hi. I've been missing all of this. The guilt about traveling, so yes. I realized the feed was all the way at the top, so I wasn't seeing the new stuff. Yeah, yes, my wish for you guys is that you will have post-COVID the ability to travel. Oh, what was your happiest? Oh, thanks for appreciating the Philippines, of course. I also enjoyed it. Oh, well, I enjoyed sharing my stories with you guys too. Palawan, yes. The Sweeney. Oh yeah. Love me some Sweeney Todd. Oh, thank you for wishing me all the best with my family. It's been great. Oh, my sister's here. Hello, Rachel. Can you send me the stream? Oh yeah. I'll definitely post this afterwards, and then I can can see how awkward I am. Oh yeah, go Cats. Oh, should you skip your class? Oh, I mean, watch this later. Go learn. Priorities. How are you doing? Oh, is Ollie watching this? Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is so nice to see all your lovely messages. Oh my gosh. Oh, Polite Ral is the best. I love it. I love a shirt I got on closing in Seoul. It said Ral so gentle. I was like, oh. Yeah, my family enjoyed that too. Do you love these things? Oh, sorry. Hey, yeah, Ollie is here. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Miss you guys. Oh. How you doing? Doing well, thank you. Sorry, this might not be the most exciting as I'm strolling. Oh, yes, mishaps. My sister actually just reminded me of my favorite one. It's captured on Instagram. So scroll down. It looks like a blank video. It's from when we were in Dubai. My parents came to see the show for the first time, and I was so excited for them to see it. And I had a great show. I gave a little extra than I normally do, and including the curtain call. And so I go running because for you who've seen the show, it's so cool. The ensemble and principals who have already bowed will they'll kind of form these two clumps, and then they separate to let me come running from upstage down to center stage. And it's such a cool way to bow. And I gave a little extra run, and I slipped on the phantom sweat, which had fallen from under the mask. And I slipped so hard, and just landed on my hands and knees. I was literally having one of those out of body experiences. You know, when you fall, you're like, did that just happen? Like, how did I end up on the floor? Like, what the hell? So I was on the floor on my knees, and I was like, what? And so I just immediately kind of became a gymnast. I was like, ta-da! I don't know if you can see it, like my arms up, and just laughed my way through curtain call. But yeah, so that video exists on Instagram. So thank you, Rachel, for reminding me about that. Oh, have you ever tripped? I love it. Yes, Carice. Oh, thank you. I like to smile. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this hair, Chris, our hair supervisor, our wig supervisor is oh my gosh, yeah. He was a little freaked out when he saw how short my hair was. Once I found out I wasn't going to be in the last day of performances in Daegu, I was like, I should use this opportunity to go to a barber where there are barbers who are open, because I wasn't sure back in Kansas City if there was a place that'd be able to cut my hair that's open. So and they cut it a little short, but I'm kind of enjoying it. It's nice. It's good for the hot weather. So thank you. Oh, I love it. Yes. Oh yeah, okay. You guys, like, go to bed if it's time. I'm so sorry it's so late. You can see this on what is it, in the IGTV? Yeah, I'll post it there. Do you have any plans? Oh, you guys, I should do this more often. You're just filling me with compliments. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love you guys too. Oh, would we need to quarantine in Taiwan too? That is a very good question. We haven't heard yet. Most likely, yes. Especially for us people coming from the US. We're not doing so well with COVID here. So I would not blame the Taiwanese for being like, anyone coming from the US must do a mandatory 2-week quarantine. I would ask for it. This question is good. I'm quarantining. Oh, yes. Yes, yeah, to the new chandelier. I'm quarantining with my parents right now, and I'm wearing my mask at all the time. Yeah, I actually, just to be safe, I got myself a rapid COVID test. And but until I got the results, I was, I guess, self-isolating with my parents. And it's not the biggest house, so like how's this going to work? So we just wore masks and did a lot of wiping down after I touched things. And but yeah, luckily that only was a few days, because then I got my negative test results. So that was good. Did you take flu shots and pneumonia shots? Oh, no. I got a flu shot earlier. But I don't know. I guess there'll be time to get a flu shot. You know, it's becoming fall again. Oh, yes. I think we might be staying in Asia post-Taiwan. Just to give you a little teaser. Oh, I want to come back to Malaysia. That would be lovely. Hong Kong would be cool. What was your favorite Korean drink while you were staying here? Oh, yeah. One thing that, a surprising drink was makgeolli. Ian in the cast, he's spent a lot of time in Korea and is currently living there. And he took us out a couple times for makgeolli nights, where we would have Korean pancakes with it, which I love, like the scallions, especially the ones with shrimp in them. I love those. So, and I think it pairs really well with makgeolli. So that was like a surprising, for people who don't know, it's like, I don't even know what category you would put it in, but I guess like in between beer and wine, but it's milky and somewhat carbonated. It sounds disgusting, but it's really good. And I recommend it. What are your favorite? Oh, yeah, I got that. Oh, my eyes are shining. Oh, thank you. Got some good lighting coming in. Oh yeah, you're in a dorm and you can't sing. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know the feeling. So gotta wait. I can. Oh, you guys. All right, let's go to another question. What makes you smile and what makes you cringe? Right now it's my little nephew. He's so fun right now. I mean, he's always been fun, but he's just so inquisitive and interested and curious. And so he makes me smile, and he's got the greatest little devilish smile. I think he's a little bit of an imp, maybe he's going to be a little bit mischievous as he grows up. But I can relate to that, and seeing his big old smile and his sense of wonder when seeing new things is amazing. We went to this sunflower farm. I posted a photo of that, and he loves sunflowers, and just seeing him in a field of sunflowers that are taller than him was really cool. And then the thing that makes you cringe right now is the person who is the president of our country. Yes, please get him out. Let's see. What do you think has changed about your interpretation of Raoul since the first show? I mean, I feel like if anything, I don't think much has changed per se, as opposed to I've grown. So I've grown in the role. I have deepened my understanding of him, deepened my relationship with the other characters, and made things more specific. So that's like the joy of doing a long run, is that your work can only get deeper and deeper. So I'm finding new things and just in living in the moment. Because I find the freer I am on stage is when I have more aha moments, kind of like, oh, that's why he does this, or that's why this character does this, or like in the sequence of the story, like this happens and then this happens, and you're doing this because of this. And so I don't know, it's I'm finding, yeah, that when I'm loose on stage is when I have more moments to have realizations and be like, yes, this helps my character. Out of all the characters you have played, which one resonates with you the most? That's so interesting, because I feel like with roles, we're tapping into a part of ourselves with each one we play. So I feel like it won't happen very often for you to play a role that's like you, like 100% you. So like there all be like Raoul is I am tapping into the romantic part of me, which is definitely there. And then I get to use part of me that I don't actually access a lot, which is the more brave, heroic part of me. And because I feel like it's hard to act something that we're not at all. Like it's hard to be, like I feel like we're just using what we can bring to the role, and that's how we are good actors. It's what we bring to the table, and the similarities between us and the character. And so yeah, actually another question I think I saw earlier was what have you learned from Raoul, or what has Raoul taught you, or whatever. And honestly, I think Raoul has made me more assertive, and he's made me like if something it doesn't feel right, or if I feel like if it affects me or affects someone else, I will try to go deal with it, which is not something that I was normally inclined to do before I played Raoul. Yeah, I mean, who likes confrontation? I hate it, and I just want to. I've always been a people pleaser, but I'm realizing that that's less important as Raoul. You can't please everybody, and yeah, I think it's about just speaking up for what's right. And so yeah, so thank you, Raoul. What is your favorite food? Oh my goodness. So many things. The one thing I do crave when I'm out of the country or not home is a good old Kansas steak. We're having it this weekend. My dad makes it on the grill. Barbecue is something that Kansas City is well known for. And that is definitely something that I have already had. That was actually, I think someone asked me too, that was my first meal when I got to the US, was burnt ends and barbecue baked beans and corn. So that was definitely a welcome to Kansas City kind of moment. Let's see. But yeah, a nice juicy burger I always crave. I could always eat pizza. I know I sound so basic, but I like food in general. I love like a good salmon. We had some salmon last night. And then I love being in new countries and trying their foods. So, people were asking me what my favorite Korean food was, or is. I love bibimbap. It's funny, I couldn't find it as much as I wanted to in Korea. Like, I would go out and look for bibimbap, and I was often relying, like, on the pictures outside, and so I wouldn't see it a lot. And so, often I think if I asked, they'd be like, oh, we do have that. But when I'm performing, I can't have spicy things because I've got acid reflux. So a lot of the dishes, and I love kimchi, but it's a little spicy. So there's a lot of things that have a lot of like red paste that like everything that's like red is basically like not good for me. It means it's got tomatoes in it and blah blah. So there's a lot of Korean dishes that I would not eat on a show day. Let's see. What's your day off routine? I think going back to what I was saying before about self-preservation, like when we were in other cities before COVID, I would make the most out of every day off. It's like, this is a chance to see this country, this city. And so I would make sure that mask for life, guys. Yeah, I would make sure that I made the most out of each day off and not try to sleep through it and whatever. But yeah, so in Korea, I would wake up and be like, how do I feel? Is my body just drained? Or do I have some energy to do something? And so then I would kind of go to my list of things to do in that city, and then I would start checking them off if I had some energy. Occasionally, it might be one of those days where you just go out for food and then come back and watch a movie. But a lot of times, like one of my favorite things I did right before I left was going on a night hike up into the mountains behind the palace, behind our hotel. I would see for months the wall around Seoul would be lit at night, and I was like, oh, I so want to do that. And especially, well, I mean, it was monsoon season too, so like it was always raining. But I found and then also it was really hot, so I was like, okay, well, maybe during the day isn't probably the best time to go hiking up a mountain. But there was one evening where I was like, it's not too hot, it's not raining, I'm gonna go for this hike. So it was amazing. I sweat my ass off, but getting up to the top and seeing the amazing view, being up among this historic wall, was incredible. And so yeah, it's like a mixture of my days off, like doing all like the historic stuff, like what makes a city famous, going out for a nice meal, just walking around a new neighborhood is what I like to do too, just sort of exploring. And I think one of the good things that about me traveling is that I feel like I distrust my gut. And so like I'll be walking down a street and I'll be like, this looks like, and you come to a turning point and you're like, I could go left or right. And I'm like, right looks kind of cool. And I'm like, my gut will be like, go right. And then then I find that in the past I have stumbled upon like a festival or like some amazing restaurant or store, or I'll meet somebody or something. It's like, it's been, it's a good lesson to like trust your gut. Like take a turn for no reason other than just it seems like a good way to go. Oh, do I like mint chocolate? Yes, I love mint chocolate. Yeah, there's these chocolates that I grew up in England, and because my mom's British and her family, and these After Eight mints were definitely something that I looked forward to as a kid. They come out. I think I first had them at my grandpa's house in Wales, and they would come out after dinner in these little tiny sleeves, and they were just so gentlemanly looking, with a clock on it. It says After Eight. Definitely recommend those. Although I had a pack of them, I found them in Singapore, and I would store them above my dressing area. There was a shelf, and I guess there was heat from the lights, and so I found that one day, like, all my lozenges and all my After Eights had like melted together. I was like, no. So anyway, yeah, definitely love mint and chocolate. Great combo. Do I remember the very first musical I watched? Yes. I think I was 3 years old, and my parents brought me into London to see Starlight Express. And I think I was pretty much hooked. My parents joke that oh gosh, we're getting close to the end of time. My parents joke that I had announced that I was desperate to go to the toilet, and during the middle of the show, and but they're like, we're going to go take you to the toilet, and I refused. I just like held on to myself and made sure I saw every minute. So I think there was like an inkling that I was going to at least be interested in theater. I should bring these out, you guys. I had to ship 3 boxes home because of the most amazing presents I got from you guys. Here's one of my friends. Hello. And then here's another one. I've got all these rows. I'll try to fix his hair. I'll put a little product in. But yeah. Hey. I don't know if you guys have seen, this came to this Funko Pop of Raoul. This arrived in Tel Aviv. So cool. Whoa. Oh, do I miss the stage? Oh, yes. Oh, I definitely do. I will say, like, having done 6 months straight of 8 shows a week was definitely trying, and especially during COVID. So it is nice to have a break every once in a while, but I can't wait to get back. Yes. Let's see. Do we have time for a couple more? Oh, do I plan to release an album? I'm definitely thinking about it. I have started to brainstorm, and I think it would be cool. Oh, okay. Advice for kids training to be in musicals. Just keep doing it, and do what you love. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just would say to gosh, this is hard. Like, don't let, like, if you love it, don't let someone take that away from you. There's so many people who in my past actually who haven't been the most encouraging, and I feel like if you know deep in your gut that you want to do it, just keep doing it, and yeah, you can't go wrong. And I guess my advice, like, in playing roles, and I think something that I wish I had done sooner, is that just bring as much of you to your song, bring as much of you to your monologue, to your scene, because that's what's going to make the most interesting version of the role or the character you're playing. So yeah, I would just be my gut is like, just keep doing it, love it, try not to let people discourage you, and yeah, I think just keep doing it. Oh, and bring yourself to the role. Oh God, 48 seconds left. Life is great back home. I'm gonna miss most of all you guys in Korea. So what are you gonna miss about Korea? How do you get into character? Oh gosh, you guys, we're gonna have to do this again. All my best to you. 감사합니다. All my best. And I hope you guys remain sane as possible during this crazy time. And yeah, I guess just what I was maybe suggesting earlier, like, get out, get some fresh air, enjoy, connect with your friends and family, and use this time to dig inside yourself, and maybe we'll learn something from this experience. All my best, you guys.